It's time. Another week. ZTGD Radio. This is episode 874. For the ho-ho-ho season, December 22nd.
Who you calling a hoe?
Shh. Well, you gotta ask. On the show this week, we got Anthony.
Yeah, I'm here.
We got the warm bird.
Yes, sir.
It's Christmas. I snuck up.
And what have you done?
Nothing. Played some Christmas games. They were terrible.
Yeah? Like elf bowling or what?
No, I played, what was it? Big Trouble in Little Chimney.
Oh, God. Okay.
It's bad. It's really bad. Oh. I did watch the Austin video about Christmas games. Whew. He really went out on Rudolph, man.
There's a Rudolph game?
Yeah, it came out in September.
Oh, God. Okay.
So, the peak Christmas time. I guess I did play the Christmas level of the Gex 3 this weekend. I did do that.
Well, you're just really in the mood, aren't you?
I didn't get through all my movies, unfortunately. I got through Christmas Vacation, because you gotta do that one. I got through Scrooged, and I got through Jingle All the Way, but I did not get to the rest of them, unfortunately.
I have not watched a single Christmas movie this year.
I always try to watch Christmas Carol.
I don't watch fucking Christmas movies. Why would I do that to myself?
I feel like I need to watch at least one version of The Grinch, but you can never pick which one you want to watch.
None. So easy.
Listen to this miserable dude.
I actually think... I prefer the cartoon original, but I actually don't think the Jim Carrey one's that bad.
Yeah, I liked it.
It's weird. There's weird stuff to it. I think that's the biggest... my biggest issue with it is just, like, the Who's look weird.
Well,
you know what I mean? Like, they just don't... Like, his makeup looks fantastic. Then all the Who's in Whoville are weird.
Did you try the Grinch fries at McDonald's?
I don't know if they have them up here.
Did not, no.
I found out what was in them, and I was like, no.
As soon as I saw the bag that says How the Grinch Stole Kisses, I've avoided all Grinch stuff since. I don't need that in my life.
I don't go to McDonald's, so makes it easy.
Well, the McDonald's, I guess it's apparently pickle-flavored fries?
Ooh, God.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Pickle chips. Okay, that makes sense, yeah.
I was like, no, thank you.
While we're on the pickle conversation...
Oh, God.
My father heard of this recipe that he had to try where you empty out all of the pickle juice from a jar of dill pickles, okay? And you make cherry Kool-Aid.
Oh.
And then put the cherry Kool-Aid in the pickle jar and let the pickles sit in the cherry Kool-Aid. And so I go over there the other day, and he's like, you got to try one of these cherry pickles. Okay. The most disgusting thing I've ever had in my life.
I mean, what did you expect?
I'm always up for trying something weird like that, but it was disgusting.
Cherry flavored pickles.
My body could not decide whether to, like, pucker from the sourness or the sweetness. It was a miserable experience.
And it's Kool-Aid. It's not like real cherry.
No, yeah, it's not. Yeah,
cherry.
Right. It's not like it was high quality concoction here. It's not like you had Gordon Ramsay in the house working something up.
Did he put sugar in it too?
I mean, I'm sure he made the Kool-Aid however you're supposed to make the Kool-Aid.
Okay, so he made the Kool-Aid like as a separate thing and then poured it in. He didn't like just pour Kool-Aid packet into the thing. Okay.
No.
Whew. That's
it was real gross.
Yeah.
But now I've shared it on this podcast, and somebody else out in the world can give it a shot and see how disgusting it is.
You know, there's some motherfucker out there that is their jam.
I'm sure. Yeah. I mean, my dad heard about it somewhere. He didn't make it up.
I wouldn't
So,
make jam in that jar.
no. That is, yeah.
You ever tried Oreos with orange juice?
What the
Nope.
fuck
That
is wrong with y'all
sounds
people?
gross.
That's
Fucking just fucking brush your teeth and drink orange juice then, you fucking animals. God damn.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
oh
Gross.
man. Anyway, we can talk about video games.
I don't know, man. I feel like we should keep going on awful foods that Ryan has tried.
The
I mean,
list
nobody.
isn't super long.
As I
but-
say, nobody tried the Grinch fries, which
I'm not. I don't know. Like, do you not have dill pickle chips in the States?
yeah, there's still
We
pickled
do.
chips.
Yeah,
That's
they're
what I'd
also
assume it tastes like.
they're a relatively dill pickle chips are a relatively recent import to the States, probably within the last 10 or 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
I had dill pickle chips for the first time in Canada probably 25 years ago.
Then Lay's make a dill pickle chip flavor.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
We also have all dressed here now, which we didn't used to have.
hey, congratulations.
Yeah.
I mean, you did through Wrap Snacks for a while before I'm sure everybody else had it, because the Wrap Snacks didn't call it all dressed, they called it something else. Where it was just like listing all the ingredients that's in it, and it's like, okay, calm down. I think, oh god, I don't know who, I forget what brand it is. Everybody tells me they're amazing chips, but like they're called like Voodoo chips or something like that.
Oh yeah, it's yeah, I can't remember the name of them. I know
Those are
exactly what you're talking
apparently
about.
just
Yeah.
all dressed chips too, so it's like, okay. So you've had them, just not the traditional with
Zaps,
the names.
I think is what you're
Zaps,
talking about.
that's what it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's yeah.
Christ.
Yeah. All right, video games, I guess. I thought Ryan would maybe have more weird shit to talk about, but
I used to live next to a potato chip factory.
okay.
I live.
What's that like?
It smells, that's for sure.
Is
I live
it a
down,
bad smell?
I don't know if it's a bad smell. It's just a smell.
I live downwind from where they make Krispy Kreme donuts.
Oh shit!
And
You probably
every now
just
and then
got
you wake
fat
up on a
waking
cool
up.
morning. Yeah. Smells delicious.
These Krispy Kremes are the bomb. I miss them.
I
haven't had one
actually
in
don't
years.
even like Krispy Kreme donuts.
Oh,
But
they're not as
they
good as
smell good.
Melton's, but they're pretty.
Oh, Milton's is the best.
Yeah, those are the best donuts I've ever had in my life. Oh, they're
I
so
had
good.
Milton's this morning, actually.
Yeah, I can't eat that shit no more. So.
Well, I feel sorry for you.
I feel sorry for myself. Like, I'll cheat. I'll have a cheat day every now and then. I gotta get something. Most of the time, I opt for the like ice cream brownie with hot fudge on it.
You have a cheat day, and then that night you get visited by the ghost of Wilford Brimley, like it's a Christmas Carol.
Yeah, he comes in. He's like,
The ghost of Brimley future.
he's like, take your insulin. Oh, luckily I don't have to do that shit. Thank God.
God.
Anyway, video games. Anthony, what you got?
Anyway, video games.
Yeah, so I finished, and I'm writing my review today after we're done here for Routine. That's a very short game overall. I mean, if I wasn't stupid at times, that game probably would have been 2 hours shorter. So like 6 hours, if that. And I'm sure we could have done it faster. But the how do I put this? I don't want to spoil anything. It's a good game. It's on Game Pass. You should play it. I don't know how long it'll be on Game Pass.
At
Game
least
Pass
6 months, I think, is the minimum.
Okay. It's good. I recommend playing it. It's a good horror game. It does some neat stuff. I think its shortness it sort of betrays some of the mechanics. Because you have this gun thing, this tool, and the tool you have to manually interact with to switch between different modes and stuff like that. And once you're done like the first couple of chapters, there's a distinct change where the first mode that you have on that tool, you just don't use anymore. So it's just a useless thing that you can fiddle around with on the gun, and it's like, it's disappointing because I wish it was sort of making me, because when you don't have to switch the gun back and forth between modes, it sort of reduces that fear. And it, like, this game is like very good mechanically. I would not go crazy. I would just reuse a lot of the assets that's already built and make another game. Because I did like the vibe of this. There is something with video games in general, and I'm going to point to another game here to talk about that instead. This game, this is a deep pull. This game reminds me a bit of Project Eden.
Yeah, I remember that game.
In the terms of how the world is presented, it's grungy always. It's never clean. It's never pretty. But towards the end, you're just kind of, you're in the sort of like the what's the term called? Oh fuck. What's it called in the house? The concrete piece that it sits on. It's not a basement. Foundation. Thank you. You're in the foundation of this moon base, and it's nowhere near as interesting as the more lived-in areas. And it's a problem that I find a lot of games, specifically horror-based games, which Project Eden sort of is as well, even though it plays very different, that a lot of the games sort of abandon the initial vibes that gets you hooked. And so at the end, you're just kind of there to finish it up. Now, I think this game does it very well, as did Project Eden, with making it very clear on why the visuals are changing and all that. But it is disappointing to kind of be like, all right, well, you know, I'm in the large concrete hallways now, rather than the mall that has these neon signs and clearly people have been here, and I'm reading logs and notes and stuff like that, and it's like, no, you're just kind of at computer terminals. There's sometimes a paper around, but it's not really world building. Again, the latter half, I think, has a more interesting chaser in terms of like the thing that's going to kill you. But I really, really like the intro sequence where it's a bunch of robots, because that's not something that you usually have as your chaser in a horror game. Like, the mechanical nature of these monsters, essentially, that hunt you down, is neat, because it makes sense on why they go back to patrolling and walking around and stuff like that. But that being said, the AI on the latter half of that game is far more advanced on that chaser than it is the robots in the early section. But then, like, you look at the robots in the early section, and why do they have teeth? Other than it's a horror game. It's weird stuff like that, where it's like, it's a very good game. I can tell based on just the amount of staff that kind of worked on it that, yeah, it took a long time to build this, especially when I think some aspects were rebooted. But man, it's really close to what I saw in that original trailer. I just wish I had been more in the habitation areas. I feel like that section you move through a lot faster than the latter half. That again is just a lot of concrete and dark hallways, and a lot more grungy and just not as compelling as of a place. The other thing I've played is Once Upon a Katamari. Yeah, it's a Katamari game. It's a very good Katamari game. It's got the best soundtrack since probably Beautiful Katamari on Xbox 360. Because yes, there's been a couple between then and now. I think the new music's fantastic. Of course, the old music's there. I think they've got a lot of neat ideas. There's now power-ups. So, like, you can grab the magnet and activate the magnet, and it pulls anything that's near you that your Katamari can grab onto the Katamari from further away. Yeah, there's some neat stuff on that. I since you mentioned Austin Eruption, you put this as a disappointment. I don't know, man. You got to be really splitting hairs on this. Because in my argument, Katamari hasn't been amazing since the second game, We Love Katamari. The PSP one was neat because it's Katamari on a PSP. I didn't care about the Vita one. Beautiful Katamari on the 360 looked good. But I found that you went through the same areas way too much in that game. The latter half of that game is much better than the beginning, where I'm going through the same house and the same garden over and over and over again. The PS3 game literally is a combination of old levels and new levels, and doesn't look as good as the 360 game. And then there was mobile games and stuff, and it's just like, yeah, I haven't felt as interested in a Katamari because it was just like, we can do more of the same. And those little power-ups and some of the missions, they're giving you ranks now. It's like, okay, so how fast can you build this Katamari of a certain size used to be the goal. And now it's like, it'll tell you in the bottom kind of corner under the size of the Katamari, what rank you're going to get based on how fast you are. It's like, oh, once it clicks over a certain amount, you're still within A rank, and then it's B. And then with the Katamaris that are asking you to build, like, collect all the drinks. That's one of the cowboy level ones. And the more drinks you collect, the higher the ranking is. But you can collect everything in the level. There's one that's collect everything within a certain time limit. Everything in the level has to be collected within a certain time limit. So it's neat stuff like that, where I think it's pretty interesting. It's a time travel story, so you're going through different time periods, which is kind of neat. Not something they've done before either. You've had sort of levels where it's like you're rolling up the house for Hansel and Gretel, the witch's house, and stuff like that. That's kind of neat. But yeah, I haven't had a lot of those since We Love Katamari, which had like the snowman or the bonfire where you had to keep the ball on fire by rolling up flammable objects, and if you touch the water at all in the level, it put out your Katamari. So yeah, no, I'm really impressed with it. I of course bought the higher end edition that has all the old music in it because it's Katamari and
because capitalism.
Lonely Rolling Star will always make me cave. It's one of the best songs in a video game ever. So yeah, and that's kind of it.
All right.
Oh, I've played more Metroid Prime 4. Sorry. Okay, so I wasn't here really last week. I did call in. You did say something that I didn't like, the story. The Metroids doing the mind control thing is weird, but I was like, let's see where we go with that. That has not been re-explored as far as I am into this game, and I think, like, it's not so much that the story is my irritation, because I know you said, like, I'm not playing for the story. If the story didn't interrupt my fucking gameplay, I would agree that I'm being a little overdramatic, but it is interrupting my gameplay, and it's not good. you know? So it's like, you're telling me this shitty story. So, well, shitty's well too far, but you're telling me this very mediocre, basic story, and you're stopping gameplay so I can watch a cutscene that's boring. Although there is one that I was like, all right, that was pretty good. But you know, and the everybody, the story of Metroid Prime 4 is everybody's an idiot, because you will find out at some point that literally this is all somebody else's fault. Like, everything that, like, I'm supposed to feel, I think, sad that this alien race is no longer around, but then quickly you find out, like, oh, they're a bunch of fucking idiots. Like, even more so than, like, we mined our planet to death. No, that one's, you know, there's still like a, oh, that's us sort of feeling. And it's like, no, this one's even stupider than that. And I'm like, okay, that's dumb. And that's one thing I haven't felt with, like, Metroid Prime 1. Obviously, you're on a Chozo planet, and it's telling you the story sort of their downfall. In the second game, you run into one of the aliens, and it talks about how the Phazon has corrupted their planet, and stuff like that. And I think that is more compelling. And in 4, it's like, we found some green stuff and we sprayed it on animals, and the animals became stronger. But then we sprayed it into the atmosphere, and now everything's turned into monsters. You're like, what the fuck are we talking about? Like, why am I here? Why is there a chosen one? Why is there a chosen one for the prophecy when you just fucked this shit up? Like, like, I don't get it. And then the people you're with, they keep doing stupid shit, and I'm just like, I don't get it. I don't fucking get how everybody's dumb. And they're trying to make it seem like it's this, like, these moments of, like, wow, these people are real heroes. They're making decisions so Samus can finish the mission. It's like, no, they're making decisions because they're dumb. Like, I know I'm a dumb person. I make bad decisions sometimes, right? But you got to admit to yourself that you're dumb and making poor decisions. And these people will not learn a lesson by the end of this. And I just, and then the gameplay is just fine. You know, it's the worst Metroid Prime. And I know 3, but 3 at least, like, the motion control sucks. Right? I get it. But it's at least interesting. I don't think any of the abilities in this game are interesting. The bike is the most interesting part, and the reason why you have a bike is to cross an uninteresting desert. That's it. That's the only reason why you have it. And the coolest part of that of having the bike, the coolest part is when you get the bike for the first time and you're driving around that area, and that area is the coolest area in the game, in my opinion.
I haven't touched it since last week.
Yeah, and I think that kind of shows just.
No, I haven't touched anything.
Oh, well,
I've been busy, so I haven't really played.
We kind of said it. So when you get the bike, because it's the bike, everybody knows that you get a bike in this fucking game at this point. When you get a bike, you're in an area, and the way that you move between the sort of sub areas are these tracks, and it gives you an F-Zero vibe. And when you do the test run with the bike, it gives you an F-Zero vibe. And honestly, I would prefer for the whole game to be that. Because that's fucking cool. Because when I'm shooting stuff, it doesn't feel amazing. It's okay. But, like, the robots, fighting the fucking robots that teleport, eat my ass. I fucking hate that shit. Because the lock-on system sucks. Just the different gun types suck. Like, it's just, in the first game when you got, I never feel like I'm getting more powerful. I feel like I'm just always at the same level. I've powered up my gun, and then they powered up all the enemies. So what the fuck point was me powering up my gun? Right? So I didn't have to struggle more? Like,
That's like when a game levels the enemies with you. I'm like,
yeah, and you're like, okay, cool. So all the equipment that I just got that was better doesn't mean anything. And
Dude.
I said it last week, sorry, it's just it's frustrating because I'm trying to clear my thoughts so I can say the things I mean to say. Every area feels totally made by different people. Maybe that's because they're so disconnected that I'm like, but I never questioned, because it's got a Zelda setup. I never questioned that, like, Ocarina of Time's dungeons, Twilight Princess dungeons, Wind Waker dungeons are made by different staff. But Volt Forge, which is my favorite area in the game, feels different than the what is it? What's the jungle area? Something green.
Fuck, I don't remember the name. I remember the ice
Hold on.
shelf or some shit.
Ice Belt.
It's basically every biome from every video game ever. There's a lava world. There's an ice world. There's an electric
hold on.
world.
Let me. So it's so Fury Green.
Fury Green.
Yeah.
Sounds like a Crayola color.
Different. Yeah, it feels very different than Volt Forge. Volt Forge and Ice Belt are probably the closest to. They actually feel like they're compatible in the same world. Flare Pool. Oh, Flare Pool is fine. It's like Flare Pool feels like we have to finish this unfinished area, in my opinion. Great Minds is a spoiler, everybody. One of the areas in a Metroid game is a straight fucking line. And I don't want to finish it. I don't have any drive to finish this game because I just don't care. Which is depressing, because when this game is good, it's great. But boy, it's funny that it's a desert that brings you between all the worlds, because that's what it feels like when the gameplay isn't very good too. It's just this fucking nothingness. It's either combat or scan visor all the time. When in like Metroid Prime's on the same console. When Metroid Prime, I knew my way around Talon 4 at some point, but it wasn't like a straight line through. It was, this interwoven world that felt like it was, not just these separate areas. And finding my way through it became like, oh, I know the planet like the back of my hand, which was weird to think about, because in this you don't need to remember anything. They're most I think, like, Volt Forge is weird because the way everything connects to each other, but Ice Belt is the only area where when you're in there it feels like you're actually inside a Metroid area. Everything else is mostly linear, except for the Great Minds, which is literally just a line. So yeah, it's not a bad game, but like, if this had been just called Metroid Beyond, I think I would have been less critical. And I know that sounds really weird, but when you put the Prime name on it and you tell me Retro Studios worked on this, I think it's a bad Prime game and one of the worst games Retro has done. So, yeah. That's Metroid Prime. I don't know if I'll actually finish it by end of year.
I need to play more, but currently it's not my least favorite Metroid.
I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to get to the Great Minds, and you're just going to be like, oh. There's some neat stuff early on, and then as soon as you get in there, like, I won't spoil it, but it's just the way that the enemies respond and the things they make you do. I go, so I have to. What? So just do the thing then. If you're gonna make me do it, just do the thing, and then I'll deal with it. Because it's just kind of frustrating for you to point out that it's like, oh, if you do this, this will happen. It's like, yeah, I know. It's a straight line though, and you're not giving me another fucking choice. So, yeah.
All right. We'll move on to the Wombat.
All right. So, drop my phone. Hold on. Sorry. It's been a while since I've been on. So there's a list, I guess, of things that I've played since the last time I was on. Um, I finished up Ghost of Yotei, and got the platinum in that. Um, Man, what a great game! It just exceptionally good. Story was excellent all the way through. Um, I really, really liked sort of the way it closed out. Um, the villains in that game are really, really good. Um, and the acting from the villains specifically towards the end gets really, really good as well. So it's another game just like Tsushima where the platinum's not actually that difficult. You get, I'll say, most of what you need to finish it off by just over the course of the game, especially if you're like me and you sort of just be let yourself be distracted by stuff along the way. Um, so to that end, I also was given a PlayStation Portal as a gift, um, and that's a cool little device.
Yes,
Um,
it is.
it's not a device that I likely would have bought myself, um, but as a gift, it's a pretty neat little device. It plays. I didn't have any lag at all. Now, I will say my PlayStation's hardwired, right? So that I'm sure makes a huge difference.
Mine is
Um,
hardwired too, but I did notice lag in things like racing and fighting games.
okay, yeah, I haven't tried either one of those genres yet. Um, but I played some Yote on it and didn't have any trouble at all. And the screen is pretty good actually for what it is. I mean, it's not. It's not an OLED screen, right? So it's not going to look as good as some of the OLED handhelds, but it's still a pretty good looking little device, and it's actually really um, it's actually really um, neatly built and everything. Like
It's comfortable to hold.
it's comfortable to hold. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
Mm.
it's not overly bulky. The way the screen sort of sits in between the two handles is pretty comfortable. So I'm very impressed with it. And I don't have the level of PlayStation Plus subscription that I would need to play cloud streaming games. But for remote play, it's a cool little device.
Yeah, the
Um,
thing that concerns me about it is like that screen feels like there's no padding to the back of it.
no, not at all. Yeah, I mean it's thin as can be.
Makes me
So
nervous if I
yeah,
dropped it, it would snap in half.
yeah, you would not want to drop it for sure. Yeah.
And I don't like where the
Um,
PlayStation button is. I have to look
y-
for it every time.
yeah, it is a little awkward. It is a little awkward. It's also, I'll say a little awkward, not super awkward, but it takes a little getting used to use the touch screen as um, the swipe in the middle of the touchpad in the middle of the PlayStation controller.
Hmm.
Um, just because I think Yote, probably uses that a little more than some other games. But um, other than that, though, I can see myself playing games on it quite a bit actually. So
Yeah,
the
it
only the
looks
only
good.
other thing the only other thing I don't like about it is that just like the its bigger cousins. Um, you can't just use regular Bluetooth headset or headphones on it, which drives me up a wall. At least with my PlayStation 5, I've got an adapter that I can plug in that I can use a regular Bluetooth headset on. Um, but the fact that I can't just, hook up my Beats earbuds to it and use those, the fact that you have to have a Pulse wireless headset um, to be able to use wireless headphones. Now it does have a standard headphone jack, so if you want to use wired headphones, you can. Um, but I can't stand I mean, everybody there's I shouldn't say everybody. Most everybody already has a set of Bluetooth headphones, right? You don't want to have to buy a separate set of Bluetooth headphones just for this device.
No.
I think that's a little bit silly. So, um, but yeah, and then outside of that, I did play F-Zero. Um, F-Zero 99 added some new stuff this week, or yeah, I guess it was this week. Maybe it was last week. Yeah, it was the 14th, so it was last week. Um, they added some stuff. Really, it doesn't amount to much. They just changed the world tour a little bit so that it would be uh, like ice themed or winter themed. So some of the computer controlled uh, bumper cars or whatever have like reindeer horns, and there's all your normal tracks. There's like a snowy version of it. It's just kind of cool. It's not really anything material, but it is something else to make them feel a little bit more unique. So I played some of that. I booted back up Kingdom Come so that I could play the DLC. I haven't started the DLC yet. Right now, I'm just trying to refamiliarize myself with the controls because it's been
I
so long
booted
since
up
I played it.
to go shovel the driveways.
Yeah,
It's a
that was
bad
pretty
joke
bad.
that I lost confidence in halfway through.
Yeah, that was pretty. It was good that you lost confidence in it halfway through, I think, actually. You, but I
Sorry.
appreciate that I appreciate that you had the gumption to just stick it out and finish it
Oh,
off.
I have the forest
Um,
gumption.
the so I'm just trying to refamiliarize myself with the controls. It was actually nice because when I booted it back up, it came up and said, "It's been a while since you played this, so if you want to redo any of the tutorials, hold this button." Um, but they added some. So in addition to the DLC, they added some pretty cool quality of life stuff with this patch. Um, so one of the things that doesn't really affect me, but I think is pretty neat, is they've actually added um, basically separate facial animation for the different languages now. So instead of sort of one set of lip syncs, regardless of what language you're playing in, they actually have multiples now, which
No
is
more
nice.
wah 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 as
Right.
sounds come out.
Right.
No more early Godzilla dub. Gotcha.
Exactly. Yeah. Which is cool. I'm glad they did that. Again, it doesn't matter to me because I'm playing in English, but I'm glad that they did that. But the coolest thing that they added is um, before for blacksmithing, um, if you wanted to make something, you had to have all the ingredients on your person. So if you wanted to make an axe, right? You couldn't just have the stuff in your shared inventory, like your chest or whatever. It had to be actually on you. Well, they've changed that now with this patch, and as long as the materials are in your chest, you can use them to blacksmith, which is a huge change, and makes the blacksmithing stuff go much much quicker because you don't have to run back and forth to your chest to get whatever ingredients you need. So that's a real big deal. I'm glad they did that. Um, yeah, I mean that was a pretty significant change, I think.
The
Um,
French fries are a real big deal.
they are, yes.
Sorry.
Um, and
You pizzaed when you should have French fried.
um, yeah, I have no idea where we've gone now.
I don't either.
Um, but then the other thing is the other thing that came obviously recently is the actual new DLC. Again, I haven't started that yet, but I'm looking forward to jumping into that. Um, and then I picked some stuff up in the Steam sale. I picked up um, the first Octopath Traveler, which I had played. I had probably put, I don't know, 10 hours in maybe on the Xbox back in the day when it was on Game Pass, but I never actually got around to finishing it. So I picked that up. I haven't started that yet because I also picked up three other indie games. I picked up Heroes Invasion.
Oh yeah,
That game
that
that
game's
game's a
good.
lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
So what game?
reminds me. So Bazu Heroes Invasion. Um, it is here. I'll
We talked about
post.
this
Oh
game quite a bit.
no.
It's like a
Yeah, no,
Mega
I've
Man
got it. I'm
style.
pulling it
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right.
Yeah, so it reminds me a little bit of just visually, like if Apogee made a Mega Man game back in the early
Early
90s.
DOS, yeah, with the bright
Yeah,
green specifically.
yeah. But it's got a lot of cool stuff to it, and it's got some unique mechanics. So there's what, four
Yeah, I
different
think it's
characters
4 different characters. Yeah.
that and you pick one to start, and basically it'll tell you when you start the difficulty level for each character. So you pick one to start, and then you'll unlock the others as you play through the game. And it's got the rescue mechanic that a lot of side-scrolling games like this have now, where you have to find people in the level and rescue them. But the cool thing it has, which I haven't seen before, is there's a dog in every level that
Hmm.
you also have to
Can I
rescue.
pet that dog?
But he got that dog. But you have
Have
to
you ever
pick.
side note,
You
have
go
you ever
ahead.
seen the original video of that?
I have, yes.
Fuck, I didn't. I figured it was an actual dog. It is not a dog.
No, it's a bear.
It's a
Yeah,
big fucking bear.
yeah.
You cannot pet that dog.
You
I
cannot
mean,
pet
you
that dog.
can.
I
You
mean, you
can
can. You come back
once.
without one. Yeah, one.
You
Yeah.
can pet it once.
Um, the dog mechanic is cool because when you rescue the dog, you don't just if you rescue the people, you just basically walk up to them and that rescues them. But with the dog, you actually have to put him on your back and carry him through the rest of the level. Um, and he behaves a little bit like Yoshi in that if you get hit, he starts running back and forth. And if you're at a spot where he can get out of the level or fall in a hole or whatever, he will. And the only way to get him back is to die and restart at the last checkpoint. So it's a pretty neat little mechanic, especially considering most of the time you'll rescue the dog before you get to the boss. So you end up doing a boss fight with this dog on your back, trying to avoid getting hit, so he doesn't take off running through the arena. But it's a pretty neat little mechanic. So far, I've only played as the what's his name, the Night Recycler, um, who's the guy with the gun.
The garbage can
Um,
on his head.
no, that's a
Oh.
different character. So they're all trash collector themed. So Bazuero
Oh. Okay.
apparently.
Well, the one with the garbage can sticks out the most.
Yeah, so they're Bazuero, I don't know. It apparently means garbage collector. Um, and so the uh all of the characters are garbage themed. So like there's one that's named Organic Waste, and he's a banana basically, and he's got a bow staff.
I'll check out my
Um,
sweet bow stuff.
he's got bow staff skills. So I know I'm butchering the pronunciation of this because it's Spanish and I don't speak Spanish, but they all have interesting garbage collector sort of powers, I guess. There's the guy with the trash can on his head, and he can throw bombs, and he can like basically pretend to be a trash can so that enemies don't notice him. Um, and then there's the masked garbage man, which is like the leader of the team, and he has a cape so he can fly for short distances and stuff. But it's neat too because the game sort of tricks you into thinking this is like there was an original game back in the DOS days. Because it references the villain that you fought the first time around, and it references um, old versions of the Bazu arrows that have been retired or whatever. And so you spend the whole time thinking, did I miss a game in this series? And come to find out, no, the guy who made this basically had been writing comic books just for himself, out of these characters, and he's referencing storylines from the comic books he wrote himself, about these characters, which is just it's kind of funny, but it does add a neat little feel to the game where it almost feels like a sequel to a game that never existed. Um, but it's very cool, and it's only, I think, $8.99 right now. So
Yeah,
if you
it's
like,
super cheap.
yeah, if you like those old sort of DOS platformers, or you like old school Mega Man style platformers, I definitely recommend checking it out. It's pretty cool.
It's on
Um,
everything.
it's on everything,
Yeah.
yeah. Although actually, I don't know if that's true anymore because I think it got delisted on PlayStation and Xbox. So
Really?
double check. Yeah, because I thought I read that yesterday that it got delisted
I got
everywhere but Steam. So hopefully that's not the case, but you may, um, if you want to buy it on PlayStation or Xbox, double check the store because I'm not sure it exists there. Um, the other one of the other games that I picked up, is another pretty cheap game. It's called He Is Coming.
Oh, is he now?
Gross.
Not like that.
You know what? Okay, you can't see it. I'm literally looking at that screen on Steam right now.
What, He Is Coming?
Yep.
Yeah.
The
Wow.
pixel art game. Yes. It is. Looks like a bit of a mix between like Loop Hero and Ultima.
Yeah,
Jesus
basically.
Christ. Yeah, this
Um,
thing, 10 months. Basareros was on for 10 months.
yep.
Wow.
And it's
Yeah, I
being
read that
delisted.
yesterday that it got delisted, or is being
Jesus.
delisted.
It's already
Yeah.
gone. It left December 5th.
Well, pick it up on
Does
Steam.
it say that there's a reason why, or
Says no longer be available on December 5th. You already know. Doesn't say why.
Yeah, I don't know why.
John
So,
Dewsoft was removed as the publisher.
oh, okay.
that would do it?
Yeah.
So He Is Coming is it is, Anthony, similar to what you're talking about. It does have kind of that old school, Ultima, art style. So it's a roguelite, so Ken can,
Yep, I'm out.
check out. But it's a really interesting sort of different take on roguelites because it's also an auto battler. So, what happens basically is you have 3 days and 3 nights before the boss shows up. And so you have 3 days and 3 nights to basically wander the map and, pick up treasure chests, which have equipment in them to power yourself up for the next boss battle. And some of the equipment goes together with the other equipment, so it's got a little bit of a, Vampire Survivors feel to it too, where you're trying to figure out, okay, this redwood cloak and this redwood helmet goes with this redwood weapon, and it gives me a bonus if I have all three equipped. Um, and so basically, you have 3 days to scour the map. There's different stuff too. I won't spoil all the different things that are on the map. There's different other ways to get buffs and stuff as well, in addition to equipment. And then you battle. There are enemies on the map too that are auto battles, and actually it's really nice because if you hit, on the deck, at least if you hit the Y button, it'll basically skip all the minion battles, and just take you to the outcome. So it makes every run really fast. You can get a run done in, I don't know, 5-8 minutes. Um, but it's cool because on the last day or on the last night, when the boss is coming, the whole screen, like, you'll hear it go boom, boom, like it's footsteps coming close, and the screen shakes a little bit. And then you fight the boss. If you beat the boss, you, go to the next day and the next set of days and the next boss, and you basically you start with 4 slots for inventory. You get 2 more. and then if you beat the next boss, you get 2 more. It doesn't, I don't think, grow forever. I haven't beat more than 2 in a row yet. But it's another pretty cool game and a really sort of different use of the roguelike mechanics. So if you're into that style of game at all, the art style's neat if you like really old school PC RPGs. So that one I recommend as well. And then the third game I played is called Kingdoms of the Dump.
Oh, I've had my eye on that game too.
Yeah, so it's a new game. A lot of garbage games this week for me, meaning actual garbage games, games that star garbage.
That was
So
on somebody's Game of the Year list. Let me.
it was also on one of the I feel like one of the showcases or award shows or something had Kingdoms of the Dump on it too. Um, it is
I want to say
a
NPR listed it on there because NPR did something different, which is why they won't be mentioned when we do our, like, I'm not crossing off any on the list. It's because they didn't do any ranking and they just listed everything that their writers talked about that they recommended, basically highly
gotcha,
recommended, and Kingdoms of the Dump was in that. So
gotcha. So it is an RPG, right? It definitely wears its inspirations on its sleeve. It's 16-bit RPG style. You've got a party. You move basically you can move on a grid. Enemies can do stuff to tiles on the grid, which kind of force you to move. Your attacks take up different spaces on the grid, so there are moves that position the enemy in different spots to try to set them up for an attack that hits in a T-shaped pattern or whatever, that kind of stuff. It does have turn-based combat, but it's action turn-based like Mario RPG, where if you hit the action button at the right time, it does bonus damage, and if you hit the action button at the right time when you're defending, it defends you against additional damage. So it's the storyline's pretty funny. It's basically an entire kingdom of trash, and so you're fighting against birds that look like thrown away plastic bottles, or you're fighting against garbage bags. Your main character is a trash can. Basically, most of the characters are some form of trash. One of your supporting characters at the beginning is a rat, right? So it's like it's all trash themed. It's actually made, I think, by 2 janitors. Like that's their sort of was their day job, which is kind of funny that they decided to make a garbage themed game when they're custodians by trade. But it is, I mean, if you like that sort of 16-bit turn-based RPG, it's really good so far. I'm very early, but it's pretty funny, and the gameplay's good. So it's got a pretty cool sort of parallax scrolling on the world map, which takes some getting used to, but it does look pretty neat. So yeah, I mean, I'm early in. I don't even know that I'm an hour in yet, but I've really liked what I played so far. So I'm looking forward to finishing that one up. So yeah, it's another one to check out. I think it's relatively cheap right now. It's on sale in the winter sale, but it just came out in November. So yeah, we'll keep making my way through that one. And then let me think if there's anything else that I've played. I think that's it. Let me see. Let me just double check my list here real quick and make sure I didn't miss anything. It's been so long since I've been on here that I have to have a. Oh, I haven't been on here, I don't think, since I played Ball Cross Pit or Ball X Pit, whatever it is. I just
Whatever
played
it's
the demo
called.
for that. Yeah, that's cool too. And I almost picked that up, but decided on a couple of these other ones instead. So that's cool too, though. That's another neat idea where it's kind of a mix between like Breakout and um, a roguelike game. So the demo's up. I would recommend everybody download that demo and play it because
It's on Game
it's a
Pass.
pretty interesting game. Oh, it's on Game Pass? Okay,
Yeah.
maybe I'll play it there. Maybe I'll play it there. Um, yeah, I am. I think I noticed that both Death Stranding games, maybe just the first one, I don't know, are in the PlayStation Instant Collection or whatever it is. Um, so I think maybe the next game I play on my Portal might be the first Death Stranding because I never played it. So I at least might check it out on the Portal and see how it goes.
Oh, do you have the middle tier of Plus?
I do.
Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't have the one that gets me cloud streaming and like the classic
The
games
classic,
or whatever.
I'm using finger quotes, classic.
Yeah, finger
games.
quotes, classic games.
Yeah.
I just have the middle tier one. So,
Gotcha.
yeah, that's I think it for me.
All right. Well, like I said, I didn't dive into anything big this week. I've just been busy, so I've been tinkering here and there with some stuff. I did play the Final Fantasy VII demo on Xbox. You know, after was it 5 years since it came out on the PS4? Finally get to play it. It's really good, but man, 5 years. That's a little crazy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it worth the wait?
I mean, I've already beat it, so
Right.
I didn't have to wait, but it'll be fun to play through again. And I'm curious how they're going to time this out. Like, the third one I would assume is in 2027, because I don't think it comes next year. Like, are they planning to put the second one on Xbox and Switch this year? Or, sorry, in 2026 as well? And then are they going to launch the third one all at the same time? Or, like, because there's no way Sony paid for, like, 10 years, right?
I wouldn't think. No,
Like, that's a little excessive.
that's a little much.
Although, I don't know if you saw the story, that Trails of whatever the new Trails game is. There's a demo out for Switch, PC, and PlayStation, but only the PlayStation version has a certain mode. So they paid for a certain mode demo, which I just think is so stupid. I also checked out Pragmata, the demo for that on Steam. That game is going to be very interesting when it comes out. I'm getting, crazy as it sounds, I'm getting some Lost Planet vibes, but not from like the enemies, because the enemies are robots instead of like monsters. But I don't know, just like the aesthetic of it gives me a very Lost Planet vibe, and it's got a very unique gameplay mechanic where, you know, the little girl will hack the enemy so that you do more damage to them, which brings up this little grid that you have to like do this little puzzle on while you're fighting. So it kind of adds an extra layer. I'm curious like how in depth that gets over time.
Yeah, I've liked everything I've seen from that game in every trailer or whatever that they've shown. So I'm anxious to see what the full game's like. You
Yeah,
said the demo's on Steam?
yeah, the demo is only on Steam, right? It's coming to consoles. They didn't say when, but
That
Gotcha.
reminds me of Near Automata, how 9S hacks the enemies.
yeah, he does it through like a mini game, like a shooter. Like sometimes,
yeah, he does a top-down shooter, yeah, and then so this one's a little puzzle game off to the right, which I think was in that video I showed you from Tokyo Game Show. I don't know if you watched that, where they were fighting an enemy.
Yeah, the difference in this one though is like the action doesn't stop.
Right, yeah, because you go into the subspace to do that shooter. Yeah,
Yeah, like in this game, it's like while the enemy's still coming at you, you've got to solve this little puzzle.
This game is so weird looking.
Dude, it's weird. Like the characters are weird. Like that little girl, like just goes on and on talking when you're
You
playing.
mean the
game.
Annabelle? The Annabelle there?
Yeah.
Fucking creepy ass. Or no, she's not Annabelle. She's
Megan.
Oh, Megan. Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, she's It's an interesting dynamic, and you do get new weapons. Like in the demo, I think I got like a pistol and a shotgun, and like it totally has that like modern gaming aesthetic where like when you pick up the shotgun, she's like, "This is only good at close range." I'm like, I played video games before.
I know what this is.
I know what a shotgun does.
It's only. I mean, fucking video games. Just if you know what a shotgun is,
yeah. Like, it don't work at long range. I don't have a scope on my shotgun, you know. So I did play that demo. I'm checking out a couple of controllers from Scuff. One of them is the Reflex for the PlayStation, which I think I have one of those already. I think I wrote a review of one before. Those are really nice controllers. But the one I got for the PC might have taken controllers to a new level of buttons. So this one's called the Envision Pro, and I kid you not, like, there was a controller I reviewed last week where the button, like, it had an extra bumper in the middle. So there were 4 bumpers and 2 triggers. On this controller, there are buttons where your index fingers rest on the side of the controller, so it's got like side buttons, as well as 4 back buttons and 5 buttons under both analog sticks. That's a lot of buttons. Like, this has got to be for when people...
A lot of buttons.
Like, this has to be where, like, you could assign, like, your emotes or something to the 5 buttons under the analog sticks, which to me is just crazy. But it's got removable faceplates. The buttons are all clicky, so they're not like when you press them, it's just a click. So it's like a micro switch. And it does have the PlayStation analog layout, which I absolutely hate. I prefer offset sticks. But it's a nice controller. The software to set it up was the biggest pain in my ass I've ever seen, so I installed it. It's like a thing that runs on your computer that'll also tell you like your CPU temperature and all that stuff. But when I booted it up, like it told me, it's like, okay, you got a firmware for your controller. Okay, you got a firmware for your dongle. Okay, you've got to update these databases for the software. You need to reset your PC. Okay, I did that. Oh, we've got new databases for your software. You got to reset your PC again. Literally took me like 20 minutes to get the software ready to map my buttons, which is just...
It's absurd.
It's a little too much.
Yeah.
But I played Pragmata with that controller, and it feels really good. So... it might be my PC controller now, as I play some more PC game. You know, I'm a huge PC gamer. I know you saw my Steam Wrapped.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Was
huge
it 9
PC
games?
Gamer.
9 games I played all
Something
year?
like that, yeah. Yeah, he's a huge PC advocate.
That's right. And then I did... I don't know if you saw this, Anthony. The Preservation Society put up all of the Sega Channel games.
Oh, I saw it.
There's an hour long.
You really needed that Garfield game, didn't you?
Well, I wanted to check it out, so I loaded it onto my mini PC, but for some reason it's not showing up, so I didn't get a chance to check it out. I did
think
also
there's something goofy that has to be done with them.
But they're just bin files, which Autisera supports. So I don't know why they didn't show up.
Maybe not. Yeah. Okay.
So I'm gonna try to mess around with that this week. But I also don't know if you saw that there was another thing that leaked out of that, which was the unfinished version of Pit Fighter 2.
You imply I care about Pit Fighter.
No, but it would be interesting to look at. You know.
The original Pit Fighter was the unfinished version of Pit Fighter.
Dude, the first Pit Fighter is so bad, but play that Super Nintendo version. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That thing is so bad.
Yeah.
Not like Power Glove bad. It's like worse than Power Glove bad.
It's bad. Yeah.
So
yeah, Pit Fighter is not a good game. Pit Fighter was one of those games that at least I fooled myself into thinking was a good game.
Oh yeah, real people, man.
Back in the day. Yeah, right. Dude, that game sucked.
That wasn't the game
so
that no, it's the what was the game that the Johnny Cage?
Oh, Bloodsport. It was called
Bloodsport.
I'm pretty sure it was called Bloodsport.
Bloodsport's the movie.
Bloodsport was the movie.
It's Bloods. It's Daniel Pacina.
Oh, fuck, motherfucker remembers the name.
Of course, Daniel Pacina was the first Johnny Cage.
Man, you act like I know that. I don't remember shit.
Fuck, what was it? It was Blood. I thought it was Bloodsport. I know the movie's called Bloodsport too, but I thought it was also called Bloodsport.
Bloodstorm.
Bloodstorm. Okay, I was close.
Close. Yeah. Okay.
Bloodstorm was also.
I think I ask that every time Pit Fighter comes up. I'll be honest.
Isn't Bloodstorm also the name of the fake game in The Simpsons?
Probably.
Or it's Bone Storm.
Bone Storm.
Bone Storm.
Yeah, Bone Storm.
See, there's too many names that are close to that. So
yeah.
But yeah, I wanna dig into that Sega Channel stuff because there's like versions of games that were never released on there. So definitely want to check that out when I can get it up and running. I don't know why it didn't show up. That's so weird. And then also the that massive FPS documentary that was initially only available like if you bought it and downloaded it and then you had to watch it on your PC. They put it up on Tubi, so I started watching it. It's 4 hours long. So
I don't know that I know about this. What is this?
So this is basically the excuse me, the entire history of first-person shooters, starting all the way back with Maze War up to current.
Oh, wow.
game. Yeah, like it goes through. It's got John Carmack in there and John Romero and Randy Pitchford, Cliff Bleszinski, like all of these people in here doing it. Yeah.
All the people I definitely want to hear from.
John Romero's a legend.
John Romero, I love. That he is not the problem.
No, but hearing the stories of these guys creating these games in the time is very interesting.
What's the name of this documentary?
It's literally called FPS.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
right.
it's on
Tubi.
Tubi.
You said?
It's on Tubi, so you have to watch commercials. Like I found myself the entire time, like, can I just like give you $5 or something to like turn these commercials off or something? But yeah, it's free on there. I think I'm like an hour in. I just got to Doom, so it's a super interesting documentary.
I'm gonna have to check this out.
Yeah, it's really good. And then, I mean, I always play my normal stuff. I did boot up Claire Expedition 33 because I was typing up my list of games of the year, and like I jumped into Expedition 33 and like immediately just got thwarted. I was like, I have totally forgot how to play this game. So, but yeah, I've started writing my game of the year list. So now I gotta narrow it down and put it in order. I think I got all the games on there, but I'm gonna run through and see if I missed anything. I think I ended at like...
I don't know if I'm going to have an order this year, to be honest with you. I'll have like, this is my favorite game of the year, and then here's some other games.
I think I ended up 14 games, so I need to shave off 4 and then put them in order, I guess.
I gotta start putting mine together.
Yeah. Like, going back to the list, I was like, you know what? There was a lot of games this year. There was a lot of good games this year. It took me a while to get 14 out of the 1,000 games that came out this year or whatever. Like, there's a lot of really cool stuff. Like, I have to, you know, not to spoil my list, but I had to give a mention to like all of the collections and remasters and shit because there was just so many of them this year.
Right.
Like, and they're bringing back stuff that like you never thought you would, like Outlaws. Whoever thought you would get an updated version of Outlaws? Like, really? So it's been a good year for that. Speaking of games, the releases this week, there's nothing.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah, you've got Injection, Pi 23, Tabula Rasa, Abyss DX, Pinball Jam, and Hidden Legends, and that's it for Xbox. PlayStation literally is just that Injection Pi 23. Switch 2 is Factorio and Prito Prisoner.
Which I've actually heard Factorio is pretty good.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people like Factorio. It's one of those like.
Do you want to lose every minute of your life?
Yeah, it's very much like it's one of those games that you build a lot to automate things, and like that's like the ultimate goal or whatever.
You should see when that game gets fucking wild. That I've watched video and went, yeah, I'm not doing all that.
All right,
that's a lot.
Let's wrap it up with some news here. What we got? Turn 10 has announced that the development of Forza Motorsport has ended. Servers will stay online, but there's no new cars, tracks, features, or bug fixes. The Fallout TV show, which I guess has started, right? Season 2?
No idea.
I think I saw it
Never
on my...
watched it at all.
I think I saw it on my Amazon Prime when I turned on Thursday Night Football.
Yes, it's. I don't even have Amazon Prime, but I've heard people talk about it. Yes, it's out.
The first season is excellent. If you haven't watched it.
They're dropping the episodes like week by week, I think.
Yeah, that's what they did with the first season.
First one? Okay. I didn't watch that either, so.
Yeah, the first season was really good. I watched that. You know what else dropped that I don't see anybody talking about is the final season of Stranger Things.
Yeah,
well, that's because you can't watch it all yet.
Well, yeah, you can't watch it all, but I don't even see people talking about, what is it, like 5 or 6 episodes?
I mean, they fucking... I'm sorry. Like, I
love that first season.
I don't watch television.
It was so
good. But even I'm like, man, I feel bad for the fans of that because they had to wait, and there's nothing that's gonna be able to pay off. Like, the kids are adults.
You know what the biggest problem with that show is like I watched the last season, I could not fucking tell you what happened.
Oof.
Like I don't remember. It's been that long that I don't remember, which is crazy. If y'all want to watch a really good fucking show and you can handle it, I recommend that Welcome to Derry. I started watching that this week. Holy shit, that is a good show, but it is rough. Like, between the gore and the terrifying parts of it, it's pretty rough. Oh, moving on. Blizzard says they're focusing on 1 to 2 big releases per year, which is fucking hilarious from Blizzard. Instead of developing new IP. So, okay. Well, they also said they were going to bring back all their old franchises, which I'm like, what isn't running besides StarCraft? Like, like you got games that every other series running right now. Lungforce, the developer of Convalaria, accuses Sony's China-backed China Hero project of sabotage, delays, and control overreach in a dispute. I've never heard of either of those things.
Yeah, I have no idea what any of that means. Say that one more time.
So the developer, Lungforce, who's making a game called Convalaria, okay, is accusing Sony's China-backed... I know what the China Hero project is. Like, that's their...
Right, yeah. Yeah, I know that.
That developer is accusing Sony's China Hero project of sabotage, delays, and control overreach in their game. Marathon has a launch date of March 2026, and it's $40. Naughty Dog made overtime mandatory for the past 7 weeks to finish a demo for Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet. Employees were asked to work a minimum of extra 8 hours to get back on track after several missed deadlines. Is it just me, or is it fucking...
I thought they were against that. I thought they came out and said that they would never make their employees do that.
I want to know how Naughty Dog has gone an entire generation without putting out a fucking video game.
Well, I think you just got your answer, because they keep missing deadlines, apparently.
Wait. Hold on. Was Last of Us 2 on PS3?
No, Last of Us 2 was on PS4.
Okay.
PS4.
I was going to say. Because, like, did they go 2 generations without making a game?
No.
PS4.
But yeah, no, the Uncharted game, the last Uncharted game was on PS4 as well. So
yes, it was.
Yeah, but they haven't made a game on the PS5.
Not strictly, no. I think.
And that Uncharted game was not at the end of the PlayStation 4.
No.
So it's been close to 10 years since they've put a game out.
a
Well,
new,
they had to put
a
away. They had
wholly new game, right? They
Yeah,
had the updates to Last of
remaster
Us.
and then
But
the
didn't
Yeah.
remaster,
didn't
the
other
remaster.
teams work on those?
Oh, I have no idea who
man,
worked
I
on
don't
it.
know.
I don't know.
You would
It just
play it. Give a shit.
Last of Us Part 2. Hold on, let's look.
was
'Cause
that their most
I've never
recent
played.
game?
I've never played these games, so.
Yeah. Do you want to feel miserable?
So Last of Us came out in 2013. Last of Us Part 2 came out in 2020.
Was it really that? No, wow, it feels
Yes.
longer that game came
And
out.
then was
Maybe because there's been
released.
12 remakes of it in 5 years.
Yeah, it was released for the PlayStation 4 in June 2020, and a remastered version was released for the PlayStation 5 in January 2024, and released for Windows in April 2025.
It feels like there's more remasters than that.
I mean,
Well, there was a remaster of the first Last of Us 2, remember? There was a PlayStation 4 version and a PlayStation 5 version of that, wasn't there?
And I think the PlayStation 5 version of Last of Us came.
No, maybe not. Maybe not a
After?
PlayStation 5 version.
Hold
Hold on, let's look.
There's a PS5 version of both.
Yeah, they remade Last of Us on PS5.
Okay, Last of Us was released for the PlayStation 3 in 2013. Left Behind was
It's a
released
DLC.
in 14. Last of Us Part 1 was released for the PlayStation 5 in 2022.
Yeah,
And on
that's the
Windows
remake.
in 23. A sequel, Last of Us Part 2, was released in 2020.
So for 12 years, they've made 2 games. No, the Uncharted 4.
No, because the Uncharted was in there.
Yeah.
Uncharted 4 was in there somewhere.
Okay. Jesus Christ. It still feels like it's been a long time since there was a...
Uncharted 4 was 2016.
Jesus, that was 9 years
And
ago.
what was the spin-off Uncharted game?
That was before Uncharted 4.
Something.
Was that Lost Legacy?
It was after.
Lost Legacy.
After. Lost Legacy came out.
Was it after? I thought it was before
Yeah.
4.
Oh, let's
No,
see.
it was after.
2017.
Okay, so it was
So a year after. So, yeah.
Damn. Company went from Way of the Warrior to nothing. What are we doing?
Yeah, it would be nice well, I mean, I guess they are. So, well, we'll see. I hope that their new game is good.
I hope it's good, but
I love the Uncharted games. I know that I'm in the minority on this podcast because
No, you're not. You're in the majority on this podcast right now because I like that game.
Okay. Well,
I think it's just me and Drew.
It's you and Drew that
Okay.
doesn't like it. Terrence may not like it either. I don't remember.
I don't think he has as harsh a feeling as me and Drew.
You and Drew hate
I
Naughty
really
Dog
like-
games.
Yeah,
I really
do
liked
not
all
like-
3 Uncharted games. I know, I mean, some of them are better quality than others. I still think the second one's the best. But
You haven't played Lost
What?
Legacy or 4?
I played 4. I have not played Lost Legacy.
You need to play Lost Legacy. In my opinion, that is the best Uncharted game.
That's the one without Drake, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I have not played that one.
You need to play that. It's in your collection, I believe, and it's amazing.
I'm sure it is, yeah.
The best Uncharted game is the Tomb Raider reboot series.
Those games were good too.
I much preferred those games.
Those games were good, but those games don't exist anymore, remember?
Those games, I like those games, but especially the first one. At some point, it starts feeling like torture porn.
The first one does. The second and third don't have that same.
Where it's like we're just gonna do everything we can to make you very uncomfortable while we hurt Laura in all these interesting and unique ways.
Yeah,
they do that.
Like-
They do that in the first game a lot. I will.
Yes,
admit.
a lot.
I
But they
still
don't
think
do that as much. The second game is not like that.
no, it's
It
not.
feels like they realized that people did not like that.
Yeah, it was.
Um,
It was just
yeah.
like a couple times it made sense. It was fine, but there were some times where it's like,
Hey,
okay,
why don't
this
we
is
put
getting
a
little
fucking
silly.
sharpened piece of wood through her fucking chin into her brain? Like, why?
Right, or let's have her get stabbed through the side with a punji stick or whatever
Why
it
did the
was.
homunculus crush her skull? Like, I don't need this. This is not a
Yeah.
horror game.
I mean, it kind of was a horror game.
It
Well, that
kinda
game
was a
was,
horror
yeah. But then they drop that in the second and go back
Yeah.
to, yeah.
Yeah, and now that trilogy is done.
And they're going back to the original setup, which I have just no interest in. So,
Oh, I have
whatever.
100% interest in that.
I know. I'm just not. I have no.
I was very disappointed. Like, I like that Shadow, the Shadow trilogy, or whatever you want to call it, but it did feel like they were like, oh, Uncharted stole from us, so let's steal from Uncharted. Like, I like my Uncharted and my Tomb Raider separate. That's just me.
Yeah, but the Tomb Raider games, I thought had a better setup.
They do, but
Hey, here's a whole world you can do Metroid shit in. Like, all right, yeah,
I much
okay,
preferred
let's go.
I much
Woo!
preferred Tomb Raider when there was less enemies. That's what I love.
When it was
Tomb Raider.
more puzzling and platforming.
Exactly. That was my Tomb Raider jam.
That is my favorite part of those series. That reboot trilogy, though. So you're correct. That is the more fun portion.
Yeah, I love the old school Tomb Raiders where it was
I
like
did like the survival aspects. I will say it's one of the few games where I didn't have a fucking miserable time with the survival stuff, getting wood to make arrows and shit.
Yeah. I'm getting tired of those tropes being in every game. It's like, well, you gotta craft this, and you gotta craft that, and you gotta do this and do this. Like, sometimes I just want to play a game. Like, I don't want to do all that shit. Oh, what else we got? Resident Evil Showcase set for early 2026, probably to show off more of Requiem. 98% complete version of the canceled Game Boy Color port of Resident Evil is leaked online. I know you were talking about this, Anthony.
I'm just. Oh, it's so bad. It's such an brilliant concept. Like, the fact that they made it work somehow is impressive. But it looks like shit. Like, I'm just impressed. Like, it's not even like I can say it's bad. It's more of like, I don't know how it got to 99% done before anyone was like, what are we doing?
You making Resident Evil for the Game Boy Color?
They literally are making the original Resident Evil on the Game Boy Color. But it's like, there's a reason why... It barely worked with the Alone in the Dark game to the point where the combat had to change. And in the Resident Evil game, they were like, no. The combat's going to be the exact same as the PS1 game. Like, I'm just... It's amazing. It doesn't look fun to play. But I am just impressed that someone made it work. I am dumbfounded. Surprised. I just, and the fact that it's an almost complete version, I didn't realize it got that far. I thought it was just the thing that's been floating around forever. That was it, and I was like, okay, that makes some sense. It should have been canceled. I'm sorry. But yeah, now it's out. Yay! Kind of like that. Star Fox 2 ROM that floated around. Maybe one day we'll see the full release.
We did.
No, of Resident Evil 2.
Oh, I thought you said Star Fox.
Or Resident Evil. No, I said because we had a 99% finished ROM originally for Star Fox 2. Then we got an official one. Maybe we'll see this officially released, this Resident Evil game.
Resident Evil 2?
Sorry, it's Resident Evil 1. It's Resident Evil 1. Resident Evil 2, there was a Game Boy Advance demo. And then I can package the Gaiden game for Game Boy Color with this weird remake of 1 and put that as a bundle for your fucking next HD collection. Capcom, come on. So, yeah. Hideo Kojima.
Hideo Kojima said he won't use AI to create art or visuals, but he supports its application in enhancing enemy responsiveness and gameplay depth.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, whoever was in the background. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised. Of course, you want more lifelike enemies. That's the reason why I wasn't like super upset when that Wuxia game that I keep bringing up, because you can't have someone be on the other end to have full conversations with people, so a large language model is going to be the accurate response to that. But the AI backlash that's been happening, I'm sure we're going to get into it. for other devs. It's like, yeah, but it's like, if you're using it for brainstorming, let me tell you about this crazy invention called a fucking brain. I hate to say it that way, but like, that's why I thought the whole point of being creative was to be creative.
Nah, that's stupid.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. What was I thinking?
Three Fields Entertainment launched a Patreon to support the development of Recreation after putting its entire staff on redundancy. They also put up a guitar from Burnout 3 you can buy for like $32,000.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Like, I respect those guys because, there's a lot of people on that team that made the original Burnout 3 and Burnout Paradise. You know what I mean? But, like, maybe stop trying to make that game again. This is like the fourth time you've tried it, and it hasn't worked.
And I don't know if a Burnout would work at this point either.
Well, I mean, we all say we want it, but
yeah,
I don't
know.
What
you really want is the feeling you had when you watched the original Burnout, because this is not the first time.
I can still go back and play Burnout 3 and Burnout Revenge.
Right,
100%.
So, I just don't know if, it's gonna be the game that everybody wants it to be.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the perfect Burnout already exists. Whether you prefer 3/Revenge or Paradise, that game already exists. According to Insider Gaming, a single-player survival horror based on the Alien franchise, which is described as Shadow of the Tomb Raider with xenomorphs, is in development at Eidos.
Hey, there we go. That's neat news.
That would be a neat game. KT,
I bet it doesn't come out.
Yeah, it probably won't. Casey Hudson confirmed that they're planning to release Star Wars Fate of the Old Republic before 2030, so release date December 2029 is on the docket.
It was hilarious. You guys probably talked about it last week, but it was hilarious after the Game Awards where everybody's like, yeah, so that was basically an HR post advertising for people to come work on this Old Republic game.
Oh, 100% that's what it was. Arcade 1-Up is reportedly closing operations very soon. I guess they've been sold to somebody else. I think that was the most recent update that I saw.
I mean, I'm not surprised.
No, I didn't even know how those things were making money, truthfully.
Well, that's just it. Like, every story I've heard, other than yours specifically, because you wanted that Mortal Kombat, right? Is like people were buying them on clearance from Walmart.
Yeah, anytime you go to Walmart, there's always like tons of them, and they're always on sale. Like, video game hardware is not doing well. According to November, it was the lowest it had been since 1995, with Xbox down by 70%, PS5 down by 40%, and Switch down by 10% year over year. Shit's just too expensive, man.
Yep. Well, and again, as we've said, the consumer sentiment in general is down. So consumer spending around the holidays is also down. So not a shock to see that follow suit in the gaming.
We were talking about that, and here in my house, of like how we didn't spend nearly as much on Christmas this year as we have in the past.
Yeah, and I mean I mentioned it before, but I almost wonder, as stuff stays expensive, if we're not going to see gaming sort of, and as the target market changes a little bit, if gaming doesn't become less of a Christmas holiday thing and more of a tax season thing, kind of like other larger consumer electronics.
Yeah, it wouldn't shock me. I mean, and the worst part is this stuff's only going to go up. These RAM prices are getting ridiculous, and like, does Valve really think they can launch that Steam box?
I mean, is it in the news?
Which I don't know.
About the Steam Deck?
The LCD Steam Deck has been discontinued. They're not making that one anymore.
Yeah. Which is the affordable one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're talking to, like, Valve hasn't even set a price for that Steam box yet, but with these RAM prices, I can't even fathom what it's going to be.
It's, yeah.
And, like, you look at these consoles, when just last year, before all this shit happened. We were talking about like, oh, I wouldn't be shocked to see Microsoft announce, the new Xbox in 2026. There's no way in hell they do that now, right? There's no way.
I mean, they are out of touch, so goddamn maybe. But
like, I can't fathom
I
a
don't know.
PlayStation being announced before 27 at the earliest. Releasing in 28.
Bless all the AI data centers.
Yeah.
Go up in flames. Oh,
Well,
That's where 40% of our RAM would go, though.
yeah.
So yeah, I saw somebody like, this is why I can't buy RAM, is because you need to generate a fucking AI picture of a goddamn Starbucks drink.
Yeah, what is
Like-
it? What is it like?
Fuck you.
I saw somebody post on Twitter the other day that a 64 gig stick of RAM is like $1,000 right now.
Die. Just
I have no
die.
idea. I haven't priced RAM recently, so that would surprise me because that's. But I mean, I guess not. I mean,
Hold on, I gotta look this up now. So 64 gigabytes DDR5 RAM, $906.99 at Best Buy.
it's absurd.
Yeah,
Just absurd.
Jesus. $906. Holy shit! Oh, there's one on sale for $758.99.
Oh, good.
Christ,
That's
man,
reasonable.
that's a word. God damn.
Unrelated, did you know that there was a new Oceanhorn game that came out this year?
Yeah, it came out on mobile and then got ported to PC. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at a picture of it. Man, just remake just do what you did with the first fucking game.
They haven't been able to recapture. I played that second game and it's rough.
Fuck.
Like, I don't know what happened to that game. Dead Island 3 apparently is scheduled for release quarter 1 to 2 of 2028.
Yeah. I think.
Hollow Knight is coming to Switch too? Okay.
I would assume so.
Doesn't it work on... I'm not talking about Silksong. This is Hollow Knight.
Oh, okay.
That's a little weird.
Like, does Hollow Knight not work from the Switch 1 to the Switch 2?
Is it maybe
I
getting
have
a
no idea.
physical version?
No, this
on
says
the
it's
Switch
also
2?
getting updates for other platforms.
Oh, that's right. You know what? That's right. Never mind. I heard about this. There's something that they're doing to update it. I don't care enough to listen. I'll be honest.
No, that's fair. Speaking of updates, Divinity Original Sin 2 Definitive Edition is also now available for Xbox Series X and PS5.
Yep.
It's like, yep.
Yeah, I am gonna dive back into that game, but I'm gonna dive back into it on the Steam Deck. So.
Oh, the Hollow Knight news went to a second page and it says it has a free update path, so it is an update for the Switch too. Like, what does that game need?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
A
unless
hug?
it's
A hug in an easy mode.
You don't get an easy mode.
You guys are the FPS experts. I have no idea if it was 60 FPS on the Switch or not.
I can't fathom it wasn't 60 FPS on anything.
I have no idea.
Like, anyway, Mega Bonk Spooky
you guys
update.
make fun of me because I wouldn't be able to tell anyway.
Yeah, I
So.
know you can't tell. I didn't say anything.
Because you make fun of my disability.
You were talking about playing the Portal. You're like, I didn't notice anything. Like Ghost of Yote definitely runs slower than it does on the console. Just saying.
Yeah, I didn't notice that.
Of course not, because you probably got it running at 25 frames a second on your PS5.
I was playing it on quality mode anyway. So.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know why you wouldn't play it on quality mode so you can see the graphics as best they can.
Because it runs like trash. 30 frames per second is not good for an action game.
It works.
Yeah.
Listen, I platinumed it. So
put it on the back of the box. It
works.
That's my glowing review. It works.
Feels like a YP, if you ask me.
You know what?
What?
We'll play a fighting game. You only get 25 frames a second. I get 120.
Wow. You and I don't play fighting games anymore.
That's fair. We probably both suck at it no matter what. Anyway,
I'm gonna tell you right now. Both of you'll just be fighting for whose hands cramp from arthritis first. Fuck off.
Get off my lawn, you fucking child.
Although I do need to see if I think I saw that Tekken 8 is on sale in this Xbox sale. I might need to pick that up.
Yeah,
I'm a little. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say you might want to move fast because I don't know how much longer that sale's on.
I think it's until January 1st or something.
I thought it was like the 22nd of December. I can't remember.
Oh well, I'll give it a look. I'm a little disappointed that we haven't gotten a bigger sale yet on Dynasty Warriors Origins. I keep waiting for that thing to drop in price, and it's like the lowest it's gotten is $53.
Oh, well, fuck that.
Which is
That's
crazy.
like me waiting for a Romancing Saga 2.
You mean Romancing Salsa? I swear to God, I always thought it was Romancing Salsa. Because look at the font.
I just like, goddamn.
Am I wrong?
Hold on, I'm looking it up. I was just laughing.
Romancing Salsa.
Tell me it doesn't say Romancing Salsa.
You know how many people are Googling that right now?
That is, listen, don't blame me for their poor font choice.
Oh no, I'm gonna call it Romancing Salsa.
That's fine. You should call it Romancing Salsa.
It has not dropped below $40 in Canada on Steam. It is $40.19, and it came out last year, and it's been like $25 on Switch physically, and I'm just like, I don't want to play it there.
Well, then you're just gonna have to wait.
Yeah, it's okay. I got other shit to play. I really shouldn't, but
Mega Bonk Spooky Update is now available with new content, new map, new character, new weapon, new items, new enemies and bosses, new achievements and challenges. A lot of new.
Mega Bonk is great. That's good. That's going to be on my Game of the Year list this year.
Godzilla is coming to Sonic Rumble on December 22nd. Okay. Arc 2 is planned to release in 2028.
Okay.
About family and dinosaurs.
No, I watched that family of dinosaurs die at the end of that series. I'm good.
Power Wash Simulator 2 is getting its first DLC pack, which is Adventure Time, in spring of 2026. Terminator Survivors has been delayed to an unspecified date. The game will now be a single-player title instead of a multiplayer game.
Okay.
They are learning. The Ernest Evans collection has been delayed to February 19th.
No, my God, how will I live?
You don't like Ernest Evans?
I'm not to the point where I care about a delay.
What else we got going on? I saw a couple other things. Oh, Limited Run. This should make you happy, Anthony. Limited Run got sued for $2.7 million over violating the Video Privacy Protection Act for sharing customer data with Meta without customer consent.
That is a bad thing to do. Yep. I mean, like, it's not the. There's not really a joy to that. It's just like, oh fuck, god damn it! Like, we should be at the point where, like, I'm sure someone has been sued before. Don't do that. But
I wonder if
apparently you can just put an AI model over whatever data you want, and it's not stealing then. So maybe that's what they should have done instead.
I wonder if they stored that data on a CDR.
Well, that one's pretty good.
That was a good one.
Oh, Eiji Aonuma, I can't say his name. Eiji Aonuma, I'll get it right eventually, hinted that the next mainline Zelda title could use elements from Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. So,
I'd rather you don't.
The Yellow Turban Rebellion is coming to Zelda.
Yeah, like, could you not? Like...
Oh, shit.
I saw, by the way, that the speaking of Yellow Turban Rebellion, I think I saw that Dynasty Warriors Origins DLC got Yellow Turban Rebellion DLC.
Yes, it did. I remember seeing that and I thought of you.
I think that's awesome.
Final Fantasy series has now sold 207 million units, while Dragon Quest has sold 95 million worldwide.
Yeah.
Not sales does not
Dragon Quest is still
relate
better.
to quality. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd have that talk with an adult. Because someone was defending fucking Avatar. They make a lot of money. Yeah. That doesn't mean it's good. Otherwise, like, We Are the World is one of the greatest songs ever written. Like...
There's the story about the Steam Deck. So yeah, you can only buy the OLED now.
Until they're sold out. I don't know if they're sold out already or not. Because I have one, so...
The Indie Game Awards. This is where this conversation will start.
Yeah.
The Indie Game Awards is retracting 2 awards from Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Instead, Sorry We're Closed wins Best Debut Game, and Blueprints wins Indie Game of the Year. This was due to the fact that they used AI.
Now, apparently...
Go ahead. You're probably about to say the same thing I'm about to say, Anthony.
They were asked if they used AI, and they said no. So if you lie, I don't have the same care. Because I'm not saying like, oh, they should have their game awards stripped. It's not the conversation. But if you're asked, hey, did you use AI? And you go, I did not use AI. And then you go, I used AI. Well, yeah, you should be stripped. Like, sorry.
Well, apparently it wasn't just they were asked. It was one of the criteria for submitting their game for consideration of the award.
Right, exactly. Like, it is very clear, like, they had to say, no, we did not. And they did. And I've heard the defense, oh, they replaced everything. But then why use AI in the first place? I'm sure it takes less energy overall if you're going to use placeholder shit to use, like, lorem ipsum, some shitty drawings or whatever, than to use AI, which just eats resources to generate, a JPEG, some texture, whatever. It's like, use the unfinished model. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of bullshit, and I said it even last night, because the obviously there's a big conversation happening with AI with some beloved studios, including the Clair Obscura team, and the guy from Kingdom Come Deliverance came out there and basically was like, everybody's got to calm down, everybody's doing it. I don't have to do shit. Fuck you. That if everybody's doing it doesn't mean it's a good thing to do. Like, the orphan grinding machine is, oh, guys, everybody's grinding orphans. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Fuck you. Not. First of all, no, that's not true. And second, if it is, doesn't make it good. Doesn't mean I have to be okay with it. So.
I don't know. I'm sure there's a conversation to be had about all of this. I don't know the answer, and I don't know that things are going to change.
If resources overall could be dropped to the point where this wasn't an energy waste, and wasn't, taking resources like RAM and stuff like that as well. So not only natural resources, not just energy, but physical product away from consumers to, again, do the most fucking shit ass videos or whatever, to make up literal fake news, to make up fake things that don't need to exist. Oh, but I imagined it and I typed it down and it just made it for me.
I don't know if you know this about me,
used
Anthony,
to require creativity.
I am a prompting wizard. Okay, I have a degree in prompting.
Promptly kill yourself. Like, I do not want to hear people that can tell me that they can prompt well. Fuck you. All right, congratulations. You can do the bare minimum and type towards a fucking computer who will do the hard work for you. But I'm uninterested in everything that's AI, because ultimately, who cares? I could have done that then. So why didn't I just do it? Why?
Well, why didn't you?
Fucking prompt? Because I don't want to use AI. See how that works?
Why didn't you make Clair Obscur 33?
I don't think that they used. I don't think that they used AI in these horrible ways. I think they used them in unnecessary ways, which is maybe even more gross to some extent. Because is there not another option? Did you really have to do that? And a big part of it comes down to that these data centers aren't something that's right next to them. They aren't buying real estate near them and fucking up their lives. This is literal eco-terrorism through corporations, and no one wants to talk about that fact. It's coming home. This is the end game. It's finally coming home to all the cobalt and lithium and everything that they mine for batteries, that they do that in other countries, where it's poor people and it's poisoning water and stuff like that. Welcome to that scenario here in the United States and Canada and all these other first world countries where they're building their data centers. They're going to take your water. They're going to take your energy. Cost is going to go up for you, not them, because they don't pay for anything. Too, they've worked with the politicians to pay fucking nothing. Oh, we make some jobs, yeah, but the net job loss is clear. So like they don't serve any function. They're literally like scalpers for IP. They fucking step in the way and they make a middleman to some bullshit. It's just awful. All of this is awful. And ultimately it's like, if you're like, I need to use it, I go, no, you don't, here's why. And your response is, well, everybody's doing it. Okay. Die. Everybody does that too. Just die. Like I don't have the sympathy or empathy for you because there's someone else out there doing it without those tools. So that's horseshit. And they did it without those tools in the past. So it's a cost-cutting measure. They're going to take away jobs. It's coming for the art people first. Right now, it's not happening, but it will, because that's the end game. You need to save cost. It's going to cost more and more to make video games. Those are going to be the first people you drop from now on. Bullshit. All of this has been bullshit.
This has been your AI minute.
So you can render a fucking picture of a goddamn fucking Starbucks cup. Come
on, man. If you're gonna use that reference, make it something funny, like
I literally there's a playing a banjo. Of fucking listen. I will say this: there was a video of a guy who was in a car, and it's all AI, and it looks like the car is filled with ravioli, and the cop has pulled him over. And it's like, that's weird, and I don't know why someone would fucking render that, but at least it's different. But that's not even the reason why they're doing it. People fucking make AI photos of themselves. Do you not see the fucking, like, oh, I'm an action figure? What are we doing? What are we doing? Also, you're giving the as if you weren't already, but you're giving these data centers your face.
I promise you the data centers don't want my face.
But they do, because if they needed something from you, they could essentially blackmail you. Because these people already don't have scruples. I don't understand why anyone would think that they're going to do the right thing with information.
I'm fresh out of scruples myself.
And that was yeah. If you don't have shame, I mean, it's really hard to blackmail you.
Is there a board game called Scruples?
That's what I was thinking to myself. I was thinking a currency in some like small European country. I have 30 scruples.
I'll bring it back to video games just to end this off. It was my biggest disappointment, and it's weird because it really kind of predates the big AI boom, or large language model. I'm not calling it AI anymore. Fuck it. It's not intelligence bullshit. The large language model boom is that in Watch Dogs Legion, the way you recruited people never made sense to me, because in a world where information control is the sort of driving factor behind everything, using that information to get what you want out of people will be the way things are handled, right? Like, it's going to be like, would have made more sense to blackmail the people into helping you out. Because you play as like this weird AI that can like hire people. That game has a lot of faults. It's not a bad game. It's just weird in the planning stage of it. But it never made sense to me because like they just kind of join your cause. That's not how things work, because if that was the case, like, I feel like we would be better off. So to me, I always figured it would be talk a little bit more about that information control, as they did in the first game, but it never really got to that point, although it did have some interesting and fucked up takes on transhumanism and memory and all that stuff. So, but yeah, it's just fucking depressing. All of it's depressing.
I think my favorite LLM story in the last couple of weeks was the fact that you can trick the LLM NPCs in Where Winds Meet
To just give you shit.
into thinking you've completed quests just by putting like
The Metal
quest
Gear method.
Yeah, by restating their question but putting it in parentheses. So like if someone says that they want you to find their lost family, you can just type
Lost
in parentheses the lost family walks in the door, and the LLM will be like, "Oh shit, there they are." And you can just solve quests that way.
No, what was
Hilarious.
the I don't know how far I'm gonna have to scroll up, but I think you nail it all the time, Ryan, with the where's the fucking baseball teams?
Oh yeah. The World Series winners.
Oh Lord Almighty, name the presidents. Like, yeah.
Yeah,
Guys, it's
yeah.
essential. Is it?
Is it though?
The,
Because
yeah,
it can't even
just,
tell me who won the World Series 5 years ago.
who can forget the disputed 1991 World Series between the Reds, the Twins, the Blue Jays, and the Blue Jays pretending to be the Twins?
Right, because it gave me 3 winners for the 91 World Series, and one of them was the Minnesota Twins with the Toronto Blue Jays logo.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Checks out.
Yeah.
God damn it.
I have one last thing, but I'm gonna have to ask.
Oh, sorry. I found the picture, and I gotta say, I really do love the AI's take on the Baltimore Orioles.
Oh yeah, with the cross-eyed Baltimore Orioles logo.
Oh, fuck. God damn it.
It's good stuff.
I have an email that we got. Might have been looking at the date 10 days ago.
Okay.
I'm not gonna read it, but Anthony, if you want to read it, or if Ryan, you want to read it, it's from Eeyore Kara, and I'm just not gonna have these words come out of my mouth.
Yeah, that's not going to be me either. So.
All right, let's see it.
I will DM it to you. Feel free to read this. I
might censor it. Oh, Lord Almighty. Hey, yo, it's Iro Okara. I can't, Ryan, I cannot imagine. Okay, first of all, I'm just going to read this part verbatim. Ryan, I cannot image having eyes that only support 60 frames per second. It must be hard.
I don't even support that.
It must be hard watching things in stop motion. Honestly, bro, you might need some glasses.
The Thing.
I think that's how glasses
I'm
work.
pretty sure you could figure out the Thing.
Oh yeah, I figured it out. But yeah, no, I do wear glasses, yes, and
Yeah, glasses don't increase frames per second.
Frame rate, yeah.
No, they don't.
Ken, I know you got great eyes, 120 frames, that's great. You can't
Ken
beat
also wears
my
glasses.
eyes.
By
I do.
the way.
I don't
I do
think
wear
you
glasses.
should beat your eyes. Oh God. Okay, my eyes are 120 frames, OLED, HDR, widescreen, and my eye supports split screen. I call it a multi-split. No, I'm not reading that. When I watch, again, just moving on, my left eye is watching. Wow. Okay.
Now you know why I wasn't going to read it.
Yeah. All right. Well, watching.
Lady friends.
Women being great friends with each other. Episode 8,463 at 120 frames HDR OLED. Then my right eye is watching. I don't even know how to make that one night. Large wet donkeys. That sounds bad too. Episode 10,189 at 120 frames OLED I believe you mean HDR, but I don't know. It might be a Freudian slip on this one. HRD. And the widescreen support comes in handy for those. I'm not finishing that sentence. And my ears are fantastic. They support 7.1 surround. I'm not reading the rest of that. But the math apparently makes it so it's 14.2 surround. That doesn't... Alright. I'm just not finishing this. Because I'm sure you already have Happy Holidays. God, I'm not reading the rest of that email. I just...
Mm-hmm.
The more
we
things
just
change,
talked about
the more they stay the same.
Yeah.
Irokara has stayed the same for our entire run.
Yeah.
By the way,
he has kids now. Yeah.
By the way, there's no way there's anything that's at that episode when it comes to that medium.
One Piece might be.
One Piece is the only thing that has that many episodes.
And One Piece can be
I suppose
Tundra.
so. You know what?
Cheers. Yeah, I decided I wasn't going to say a lot of the words you didn't say.
Yep.
Oh, I really need to get the Drew clip up on the soundboard.
Yeah, just jerking on it in the back of the...
Like, I still have it on my desktop. I saved it.
I'm telling you, like, because that was about the power slider, right?
Yeah, the car. He was in the car. Yeah.
Do you know how much fucking effort he had to have put in to break that? It's like a steel line.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that he's like, it won't close. Yeah, man. You should try looking around for a fucking switch. Holy shit.
Good Lord Almighty. Well, that is it for this week. We want to wish everybody happy holidays this week. Christmas is on Thursday? Yeah, it's on Thursday.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I don't know if we're doing a show next week.
I'm not doing fuck all, so.
Well, I meant a show next week, not Christmas.
No, I mean, like, yes. I was referencing the fact that I will probably just be sitting in the exact same spot. I won't be sitting in the same spot the entire time between now and then, but,
I just picture Anthony in a dark room, like...
It's not inaccurate. If you are, wherever you're going, just fucking...
Like an evil villain.
Maybe that's the reason why I didn't like the second half of Routine. It reminded me too much of where I live. Just
everybody enjoy some Christmas time with friends and family.
I have a recommendation for Canadians. I don't know if it's in the States. Oat nog.
Oat nog?
Yeah, eggnog, but with like oat milk, essentially.
Yeah, no.
Boy,
no
we
thanks.
started off with strawberry pickles, and we're ending with oat nog. Okay.
Listen.
Cherry pickles.
I'm sorry, cherry pickles.
I've had my doubts. When I picked it up, I had my doubts.
My doubts?
I'm just telling you that that I don't like eggnog, and so...
Well, yeah, if you don't like eggnog, you're not going to enjoy...
Oat nog?
Oat nog, yeah.
Yeah, I don't even like saying the word oat nog.
No, that sounds
at the end of
terrible.
Anything sounds kind of bad, I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It's like the word we came up with before the show started, with your argument about Metroidvanias. I said we should just call it Castleroids.
Oh. Just sounds bad.
Do you have Castleroids? Preparation H might be good for you. All right. Well, that's it from us. Everybody,
from sore assholes.
Enjoy the rest of 2025. It's almost over. Only 3 more years to go.
By your hemorrhoids being bright.
God.
I think that's enough. That's enough podcast.
I think it's time to wrap it up.
Yeah,
I think it's probably past time to wrap it up.
Probably about an hour, 58 minutes, and 39 seconds past time to wrap it up. But anyway, that's it from us. We'll either chat with you next week or we'll see you in the new year. These
That's
bitches.
right.
Alrighty. And it goes something like this.